ESPN's presentation of the Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship, presented by Phillips 66, is brought to you by Toyota. More choices, better selection. Experience Toyota today.
26-14 our score at halftime. In fact, a couple of records there, John. That's the lowest in Big 12 history, 14 points and a half, and also the lowest given up or scored by Kelvin Sampson since he has been at Oklahoma. Texas over 40%, and they're perfect, 16-0 on the year when they shoot 40% or above.
Well, Texas type of game. I think Oklahoma at halftime, they're happy at least to have 14 points. Can it look for a while? They may not. Texas, though, more aggressive, attacking the rim, Ron. They attacked. I think Rick Barnes said, hey, Oklahoma has to be tired, so go inside, pound it, score inside. Now, you see the conversions. The only thing Texas didn't do well is they didn't convert as many as they could have. So Oklahoma does have some life. You take a look at field goal percentage, very normal for Texas. 12th in this league in field goal percentage. That's about their average 42. Oklahoma, an outstanding field goal shooting team at nearly 46. Only 21%. Obviously, you have to make shots to win.
I'm sure Rick Barnes said at halftime, got to value the basketball a little more than we have, with 10 turnovers in that first half. Knocked away by Ivy, and they're coming right here at the table.
And I'm glad they stopped. They were right at us. We'll keep an eye on Nolan Johnson in there. 3 fouls. We've watched Oklahoma enough to know they're an outstanding second-half team, and normally the first 3 or 4 minutes they come out of the locker room, they do a good job offensively, handling the ball, they get better shots. They did it yesterday against Kansas. They did it on Friday night against Missouri the first few minutes, second half. They did it down in Austin, Texas against his Texas team.
Well, the conversation between Nolan Johnson and his head coach, very intense across the way. Kelvin was not happy with something that Nolan either did or did not do on that offensive sequence.
And Kelvin understands how this team works, what makes him react. How to get the most out of him. Guy's done a marvelous job this season. 25 wins, only 6 losses. They win 12-4. Tied for second in the Big 12.
10-point ball game. Thomas gets the pass off to Owens, and fouled by McGee. That's going to be the second foul on McGee and the first team foul in the second half.
And here's where I think Chris Owens is a much better player in about the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season. He's more patient on that block, takes his time, doesn't rush things. And Rick Barnes actually even just called offensive discipline. That's what his team, that's what the concern was about a month ago.
This is one area right here that Chris has really focused and has changed his game, because last year at the free throw line, it was really an adventure.
Yeah, yesterday, 5 of 7 from the foul line. Very comfortable standing there.
Thomas misses the putback, and now Owens picks up a foul after a shot that should have been made. And you and I were talking at halftime, when Thomas learns the finesse around the hoop, he could have had 8 or 10 first half points.
He's close, too. I mean, he's close. But he has to finish. You see, if he makes that shot, Owens doesn't pick up a foul.
Second foul on Ivy. By the way, I said Owens. It was Evans that got the foul, his third. Okay.
Ivy starts the game, and he starts the second half, but doesn't play a lot of minutes. The freshman. Freddie Williams in the lineup. He'll have to contain Hollis Price. Price has been more aggressive so far out of the locker room.
Evans against Nolan Johnson. 2 guys with 3 fouls. Johnson with the follow. Can't get it to go, and Owens comes up over everybody to get the rebound.
But Owens is up. Johnson, a couple opportunities missed. Fortunate the whistle didn't blow when he's down there reaching.
Normally, Nolan Johnson from that close in is extremely effective, but he couldn't get the return that time.
High screen and roll for Freddie Williams. You don't necessarily have to worry about him coming off and shooting the jumper. Nolan Johnson, he's got to be careful. He about got a foul pushing down Owens.
22, Kelly Newton, the senior out of Kansas City.
Number 22, Kelly.
Well, Nolan Johnson off the dribble normally finishes this play. Now he gets one right here. Looks like he just loses control as it goes up, and then Owens over the top of everyone. Then what happens is frustration mounts. Start missing shots. Not easy to hang in there. You see 1 of 6 from field goals.
Owens now with 8. Newton goes to the bench, and Heskett checks in for the Sooners.
You talk about Chris Owens and his free throw ability. You see his numbers. Nearly lost the game in Oklahoma State, missing some foul shots. Big win by this Texas team on the road at Stillwater. The only loss the Cowboys had. Gallagher Ivan.
Good hustle by Evans to grab that rebound. He pulls up, dishes it inside to Thomas, and Thomas gets whacked.
Yeah, Ron, some things that happen when you are tired defensively, you start reaching, grabbing.
Jameel Haywood on that foul, his second.
Texas now 4 of 8 from the foul line.
Selvy into the lineup, and McGee goes to the bench for Oklahoma.
Yeah, as much as we say Oklahoma, they haven't played well today. Still only 12 points down. If they can just find about a 4 or 5 minute hot streak.
Misses them both. Nolan Johnson with the rebound.
Normally in situations like this, it's guys off the bench that have to pick up a team. Maybe it's a Tim Heskett, hasn't played as many minutes as other guys in the tournament. Haywood yet to take a shot. The hero of the Missouri game in Columbia, the buzzer beater.
Too hard. Tip inside.
Like Selvy.
Yeah, Selvy. Junior out of West Memphis, Arkansas gets it. He's got 4. And again, it's a 10-point margin.
And the crowd wants to be involved in this ballgame. You like the patience by this Longhorn team on the offensive end.
Kelly on the run, forces one up, not a good shot. And Johnson comes down with the rebound, and Rick Barnes was really miffed about that piece of action right there. Selvy over Thomas, and he scores. Tough shot. Under 10 points for the first time in quite a while.
And Selvy, the guy that almost got him here single-handedly Friday night. The big baskets against Missouri, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Sometimes, again, players have a coming-out party, and I think his was against Missouri. Selvy inside position on Thomas, goes up for the tip-in. There's one. And where his confidence is shown is on the offensive end. He had a solid game in the loss at Maryland. The aggressiveness, the confidence to go up and finish.
$28-20, 16:57 seconds left in the championship game here at Kemper Arena.
Ron, what we always watch is body language. Coming out of the huddle, see how players are. I mean, there's a little more of a step in the old Oklahoma they come out, huh? A little more bounce in that step.
Yeah, no question.
Texas now has to get back to doing what they were doing well earlier. Execution, better shots. The last one by Daryan Kelly's a force. Evans should be aggressive on Nolan Johnson. Johnson has 3, doesn't want to pick up 4. Good move.
Good knocked away by Haywood. Price for 3.
It's a team that believes in themselves and each other. They never die.
28-23, 5-point margin.